Hello and welcome to the new series of Drishti IAS. I'm Ritu and today's session is about lateral entry into UPSC. And this session is important for your GS2 perspective. As you already know that since last month, the UPSC as an institution was so much into the debate. And so many people had asked the very authority of the UPSC, and its authority is always into the question mark. This time we have for this lateral entry. Last month we have seen that there was a serious violation of reservation, and we had also seen that so much scam while recruiting the officers. So as you already know that the lateral entry issue is so much into the debate. The opposition has raised this issue because opposition says that this is a attack on the social justice. Moving towards the points of discussion part. So we are going to discuss the news, then we are going to discuss the idea of lateral entry, then we are going to discuss how many positions are open for this lateral entry, then we are going to discuss the logic behind introduction of the lateral entry into the UPSC, then we are going to discuss that how many officers have been recruited so far, and then we are going to discuss the criticism. After that we are going to discuss why no quota in lateral entry, and then practice question for prelims. Before that, you have to like, share and subscribe to the Drishti IAS channel. Moving towards the news part. So we have seen that recently a total 45 posts had been advertised for the lateral entry by the UPSC. And after this advertisement, the matter has reached to the mainstream media and so many people had started debating on this issue. Especially the opposition has raised the issue that why this 45 posts have been issued for the lateral entry. First thing is that why this particular post has been issued in the lateral entry, and the second thing is that why this thing does not have reservation for the SC, ST and OBC communities. The advertisement said that this job the suitable for the candidates belonging to the category of persons with benchmark disabilities. So they have this provision for PWBD category, but they do not have any provisions for the SC, ST and OBC communities, and that had created lots of controversy among social media, mainstream media and opposition. So many people from the social academic background had raised the issue that this is an attack on social justice because this will not ensure the equal representation of all the section of the society. So this is the news we are going to cover up in today's session. So first of all, we are going to discuss when this idea of lateral entry came. So in 2017, Niti Aayog has come up with this idea. Niti Aayog in its 3-year action agenda and the sectoral group of secretaries on governance in its report submitted in February has said that there will be the induction of personnel at middle and senior management levels in the central government. So who will be the recruited? So middle and senior management level in the central government. So you must remember this thing, that central government. So this lateral entry is for the central government, and these lateral entrants would be a part of the central secretariat. Earlier we have this facility that All India Service and Civil Services, Central Civil Services recruit the people for the joint secretary level, and they are not directly recruited for the joint secretary level or deputy level. They just go there with the promotion. So this was the earlier criteria. That criteria is still open for the candidates who had qualified the UPSC, but we had also a separate provision that people from diverse background can apply for the lateral entry and they can directly become the joint secretaries and other higher positions. So this is the thing, and this is up to 3 years and maximum up to 5 years, and it can be extendable also. So this is about the lateral entry. Now we'll come to the what are the positions open for the lateral entry. So first we should know that it is open for everyone, or what are the positions we have. So we have already told you that this is for the joint secretary level position, and director and deputy secretary were open later. So earlier it was open for the joint secretary level, and right now it had also available to the director and deputy secretary level. So it is of the higher level in the bureaucracy. So this is about the positions. So now we'll come to the logic behind introducing lateral entry. So what was the objective of the government behind introducing such kind of thing? And this is a very huge step because So many leaders had also questioned that what will happen to those people who had already qualified civil services and by promotion they become this joint secretary and deputy, any kind of the officer post. And if you will directly recruit people from different background at joint secretary level and at a various big officer level, what will happen to those people who had qualified their exam to become a joint secretary? It will also hamper the promotion of the people. So what was the logic behind the government into this? So the government has said that it has twin objective. And what are the objectives? So first was that in order to bring fresh talent, and the second was that in order to augment the ability of the manpower. It means that we need to ensure that whatever the work we have, we should have enough human resources to fulfill that work efficiently, and also the fresh talents are welcome to such kind of the things. So this was the twin objective. On the other hand, the government had also said that they want experts related to various fields. So that's why this particular position is open to the people for even private sector or for the state government officers and different sectors who are working in a research institute and different positions of the country. So they can apply, and so that the government and the country can use their expertise for the particular domain. So this is the what we can say that due to the expertise, due to the fresh talents, and due to also the efficient use of the human resources to work anything. So that was the logic behind introducing this particular thing. Now we'll come to the next one, which is about that how many people have been appointed via lateral recruitment so far. So in 2018, we have seen that first time we have this provision of lateral entry. And after this joint secretary level recruitment process, 9 individuals have been recommended for the appointment. And in 2021, we have also seen the 2 rounds of the lateral entry advertisement. And in last 5 years, there was 63 appointment via lateral entry. And right now, 57 people are working as a lateral entrant in the civil services. And this time we have 45 more posts. So in last 5 years, we have this 63 appointment. Right now 57 is the strength, and another 45 will be added to this list. So this is about the how many individuals have been recruited so far. Now we'll come to the next one, which is about that why are there no quotas in lateral recruitment. So this is a very big question of this hour, that why there is a no quota for this thing. So if we'll go through the government rule, what the rule says? The rule says that if any position, if it's temporary in nature and the duration of the position exceeds the 45 days, it should have a reservation system. And the reservation SC, ST, OBC people should be given. But what was the logic behind this thing? Since we have total we have 45 seats, but if you look the departmental wise, we have the single post. So reservation can be applied when we have more than 3 posts. But if we have a single post departmental wise, we cannot say that we can give what you can say reservation to the SC, ST, OBC communities. So this was the thing, and that's why the government is saying that this is a very temporary arrangement, and in this temporary arrangement, we cannot ensure the SC, ST, OBC representation. But if there will be an interview or any kind of the recruitment process, the priority should be given to the SC, ST, OBC community in order to ensure their representation in the civil services. So this was the government logic behind this not introducing quota into this thing, because they said that departmental wise it is a single post. Together it can be seen a 45 post, but departmental wise it is a single post. So that's why they are not giving quota to the SC, ST, OBC communities. So this is the thing. Now we'll come to the practice question for prelims. Before going to the practice question for prelims, we need to know the criticism behind this thing. So this is not just attack on social justice. This particular thing has been said by the opposition leaders, the social activists, and so many people who are aware regarding the social justice. They are saying that this is an attack on social justice, this is an attack on the minorities, this is attack on the marginalized section of the society, because the quotas had been not given to the SC, ST, OBC communities. And they are saying that this is not just attack on the reservation system, this is also attack on the promotion system, because the individual who want to become joint secretary or other big positions they want to attain, they could not because their position has been already held by someone else. So it is injustice to the people who had already qualified these services. So this is also one of the thing. That's why this particular lateral entry post has been heavily criticized into the mainstream media. Now we'll come to the question part. Which initiative recommended the induction of personnel at middle and senior management levels in the central government known as lateral entrants? The 12th five-year plan, the Niti Aayog's 3-year action agenda, the Finance Commission, the Ministry of Home Affairs. So you can answer into the comment section. I hope you like this session. If you have any queries related to this session, kindly ask in the comment section. Thank you and have a nice day.